Hey everyone, I just finished Days of Blood in Starlight by Laini Taylor, and I wanted to do a quick review of it because I did a review for Daughter of Smoke and Bone like 2 weeks ago, and I just wanted to follow up on that. So if you hear banging in the background, I gave Penny a new toy that you have to like topple over to get treats out of, so now she just shoves it into corners and beats it, so sorry. Anyway, okay, so I finished the book. It's fucking amazing, and I really, really loved it. But first, I'm going to do everything totally spoiler-free, and then I'll give you a huge warning. You know, spoilers are coming, and then I will just, you know, unleash, I guess. So, totally spoiler-free. I absolutely love this book. It is fantastic. It's a superb effort by Miss Taylor. It is, it stays really true to the voice of the first book, which is something I always get a little concerned with when books are in a series. And when the first book gets popular, sometimes that can change, like, the author's voice a little bit, like when there's so many fans giving feedback. So, great job at staying true to your voice. It is fantastic. It's written really well because I found myself while I was reading it thinking, like, just like it reads like such effortless writing. Like it seems like, oh, it's just so effortless. But having seen friends go through the whole novel writing process, I know that it is certainly not easy. So, yeah, it's really true skill that makes it seem easy when it's not. Also, as a rule, I don't read books in a series if all the books aren't out yet. I try very, very hard to stay true to the not reading unless everything is out rule. But my friend Anjali chips away at this rule at every opportunity. She also gave me Divergent, and I had to bide my time until Insurgent came out, which I also loved, and now I'm biding my time until Detergent, or whatever she chooses to name the third book, comes out, and she gave me Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and I finished it, like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 days before this one came out, and I was dying for this book, and now I have no idea when the third one's going to come out, and I'm dying. But it is really, really fantastic. This is the sadder book for sure. It actually says in the synopsis of the book before it came out, so it's totally not a spoiler, that this is filled with heartbreak, and it is not lying. But yeah, it's just a fantastic effort, and I'm not going to say anything more about it because it's going to get spoilers. So, spoiler alert, please, if you're going to read this book and you don't want it to be spoiled, turn it off, because it's real good, and you don't want that to happen to you. Okay, so spoiler-ish review, or spoiler spree, maybe we'll call it that, spoiler spree, instead of spoiler-free, huh? Okay, so I fucking love this book, amazing, but no making out, like, very little making out, and I don't mean that in, like, I need to read about characters making out, which I don't mind. I mean more of, like, the happiness, like, there's no reconciliation in this book, and good God, it broke my heart, because I just want everything. I said in my last one, I said in Daughter of Smoke and Bone, I love the book, and it didn't end the way I wanted it to because I wanted it to end happy, and I still loved it in spite of that, and this whole book is it not ending the way I wanted it to. I mean, I just wanted them. He didn't know, and he just wanted to love you. And he comes back, Akiva comes to Karu so many times and gives her so many chances to, like, take his hand and just show him anything that there's any sort of hope, and she never does, and it makes me sad. And yeah, it's really well done. I love that the fact that the book ends with Karu and Akiva working together, but they're still very tortured and kind of sad. But it does end with her and him staring at each other across from they're in the same cave. So hopefully that's, you know, like the beginning of something beautiful. I think the other guy's name is Kiwi, something like that. The other guy, the other Kieran, which is Karu's natural race. There's one other guy, Chimera, who is her race as well, and he basically followed her around when he was a little kid and was totally in love with her, and now he's kind of our love triangle in a very slow-moving kind of way. Like, he is definitely, I feel like, in this next book going to be vying for Karu's attention. I think the fact that he's now in the White Wolf's body is going to play a huge factor in Karu not being able to look past that because, you know, some awful shit went down in this book with him. So, and you know, he beheaded her. You know, no big deal. Just had her beheaded. Not a big thing. So, yeah, so it's probably going to be pretty hard for her to look past, and I really hope that her and Akiva end up together because I just feel like there's some books where they just don't end up together, and that just makes me so sad. Like, come on, do this for me. Please? I know you don't have to do anything for me, but oh my God. Fantastic job. If you're even remotely interested in the book, fucking get it. It's amazing. I I just have to say that, like, I value happiness so much in books. It means so much to me when people end up together, and it ruins books for me when people don't. And I still fucking love this book, which is what I said about Daughter of Smoke and Bone. It is absolutely true for this book, even more so because we pretty much have no happiness in this book. And yeah, I still love this book. It was still a superb effort on Miss Taylor's part. You pink-haired beauty, you did a great fucking job, and I cannot wait for book number 3. I am so excited, you guys. So if you are even remotely interested, pick it up. I promise I didn't spoil everything, even though I totally went through some of the bigger points and ripped them to shreds. Yeah, so still get it. It's amazing. And if you read it, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. If you're even interested in reading it, or if you're not interested in either of these books, how much does happiness mean to you in books? Like, if people end up together, you know, you can let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe, megturning.com, all that fun stuff. And get this fucking book because it's amazing. Alright, heart you guys.